President Trump welcomed Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed Bin Salman to the White House today. The red carpet was rolled out for the Crown Prince's arrival and included an elaborate military flyover. The president praised Bin Salman and insisted the U.S.-Saudi relationship has never been better. During a meeting, the two leaders announced a boost in Saudi Arabia's planned investment in the U.S., increasing from $600 billion to nearly $1 trillion. The Middle Eastern nation had promised a large investment in the U.S. during the first Trump administration, but an analysis by the Arab Gulf States Institute found the Saudi government only made 20% of it. This is the Crown Prince's first White House visit since the 2018 murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. A U.S. intelligence report concluded Bin Salman ordered the killing, though he has denied any involvement. Earlier, our Major Garrett spoke with Khashoggi's widow about the meeting and what it signals about the apparent shift in the relationship between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia.
Absolutely, they start to forget about the human right value, which is a great value you have. You can go for both. You can have the economic deal, political deal, but in same times you have to maintain the value you're having. Otherwise, what will be a difference between U.S. and any dictator country?
We have CBS team coverage on this story. White House reporter Aaron Navarro and intelligence and national security reporter Olivia Gazis both joining now from D.C. So, Aaron, walk us through what came out of this meeting.
Well, we heard a couple of deals where progress seems to have been made, but no signatures just yet. President Trump said the U.S. and Saudi Arabia have, quote, pretty much agreed to a defense deal between the two countries where the U.S. would come to Saudi Arabia's aid if it were attacked. President Trump also said he authorized a sale of F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia, saying that they would be, quote, pretty similar to the kind the U.S. has been selling to Israel since 2010. We also got some broad details on what could make up that $1 trillion investment the two leaders talked about. But again, there's still some specifics we don't know about, and we'll have to see if any of it materializes. But artificial intelligence seems to be a big part of that through the continuation of American tech companies investing in data centers in Saudi Arabia, as well as the export of NVIDIA semiconductor chips from the U.S. to Saudi Arabia. The final clearance of that has been held up over U.S. officials' concerns about the Arab nation's ties to China. But Trump repeatedly said he wants the U.S. to be number one in the AI and beat China on this while he was in the Oval with the Crown Prince. That being said, this is not the last meeting between these two leaders. They have a formal dinner tonight and will be attending a U.S.-Saudi investment forum tomorrow in Washington, D.C. with tons of business leaders.
Olivia, I want to play some of what President Trump said today during the meeting when asked about the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. Let's listen.
As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that.
Certainly a stunning moment there. Does this run counter to what the U.S.'s own intelligence community has said?
Absolutely, Lindsay. For the president to say that the Crown Prince knew nothing cuts directly against what U.S. intelligence concluded at the time during his first administration. And these are conclusions that have since been declassified and made public. In February of 2021, the director of national intelligence released a congressionally mandated community-wide assessment that said the Crown Prince, quote, approved an operation in Istanbul, Turkey to capture or kill Khashoggi. Now, that judgment was based on MBS's tight control over decision-making in the kingdom and the fact that the team that was involved included members of his own protective detail. The assessment said that it was unlikely an operation like this would have happened without his sign-off. And it importantly also noted that analysts couldn't determine whether or not this hit team knew that the operation would end in Khashoggi's death, even though Turkish intelligence and a UN investigation have both since assessed that the killing was premeditated. Now, Saudi Arabia has always rejected the U.S. intelligence findings and instead blamed the 8 people that it has since prosecuted. But even the Crown Prince, in a 60 Minutes interview with Norah O'Donnell in 2019, called this killing a heinous crime that cannot be justified. He accepted responsibility as the kingdom's leader while still denying that he personally ordered it.
Aaron Navarro and Olivia Gazis, thank you both.